Hey guys, I have an announcement here about non-EIU guests and how they can log into our network. The procedure's changing and it'll probably remain this way for the next 2 semesters. So what we have in front of us is an email Arlene sent me, which is a link that ITS created to a new guest account form, which is going to need to be completed for each non-EIU guest. Let me show you what that is, and then I'll try to explain how we get it accomplished. So here's the Pmail, the SharePoint link. Here's the form. And for each person who's going to need a guest account to the network, this form will need to be filled out. We will need a first name and a last name. The event or camp name will be just, library instruction, Sullivan High School visit, or whatever it might be. We think primarily this will be high school stuff. We want to enter in the date before they're going to visit. And then we're going to have their last date as the date after they visit. For the full 24 hours of their visit date, the new username and password will work. Okay, the sponsor is going to have to be someone with an EIU address. And Garren or Christy will be the people who fill out this form for each of the non-EIU visitors who come. And so they're actually going to create the form so that there'll be 2 emails possible. They'll put in their own email, and then they'll also put in the email of one of us because we will be the ones sending them the list of names given to us by that teacher. We'll receive a copy of it. We won't have to do anything with that copy. Garren or Christy are going to print out those usernames and passwords for each of the students and have them in an envelope at LTS for their teacher to pick up and hand out to the students. But we'll receive the email just as a assurance that it has arrived. This processed username, password, all this other stuff, fields that are filled out by ITS. Then Garren or Christy will save this, and ITS is going to have to create these on their own, so they're going to need a day or 2 to do that. So in order for this to work, when we receive the request for a high school visit or any other non-EIU visit, we're going to need to get the names of the individuals who are coming. Most often, I think that's going to be, fewer than 20 students, and the name of the teacher and/or parents, with the students and teacher being the ones who will need to be able to get logins, and the others not. We'll need to be able to get that information to Garren and Christy with plenty of lead time, so that they can then have the time to actually do the work of inputting a form for each of those individuals. And then ITS is going to be able to then have to generate, an individual will generate each username and pass and send it back. When they send it back, we'll be notified of that. We don't have to do anything with that email. As I said, Garren and/or Christy will receive it, and they will print those out and have them in an envelope at LTS for that teacher to come pick up and hand out individually to her students, so they will have usernames and passes in order to do their work on the day of their visit. After a year of this basic cobbled together process, the university may get a self-service network login system, but from what I'm told, those are very expensive, and that's the reason we don't have one now. So please send me some questions, or type them in as a response to this post.